Hi guys, this is Naglaa. I'm here with your weekly general guidance reading for the week of July 17th, 2016. I'm using today the card deck by Victoria Mosley, Vintage Wisdom Oracle cards. And I pulled three interesting cards for us. Actually, they just kind of jumped out of the deck. Um, the first card that we got is the Harmony card. So if you look at the card, you'll see her. She's like the angel, and she's playing her music, and she's in absolute harmony with her universe, with the planets, with the stars, with her own surrounding and her own environment. And what I feel guided to say with the card harmony is that many of us have reached a point where we are in harmony with who we are. See, harmony is not just having peace in your situations around you, but also it's a harmony um, um, between you and yourself, pretty much. We are very guided. The month of July is to bring harmony and bring peace into our lives and into different situations that we are going through. So it's very important that you understand that you have to work on bringing that harmony back into your life if you don't have that balance, and also on understanding that a lot of situations or challenges that you may be going through can be easily solved by you bringing in harmony into that situation as much as possible, but at least bringing in harmony within yourself first. So I think the next card that came with it that I got from this reading is expression. And I think it definitely ties in very much with the first card, harmony, because expression is also the way we express our own feelings, we express who we are, and this is really how we achieve harmony, is by how we express ourselves in different situations. If you look closely at the card, you'll see a lot of butterflies coming and flying out of her. She kind of represents a little bit the goddess, Egyptian goddess Isis. Isis represented the divine feminine. She represented nurturing. She represented motherhood. She represented compassion in many different ways of how she dealt with her own challenges or her own struggles. So really with this card, what I'm getting is many of us are going to be understanding the importance of how they express themselves to this world and how they express themselves to themselves. It's so important to understand how you actually talk to yourself. The way you express your own feelings, the way you express your emotions, and the way you express your ideas. See, with this card, my feelings are many of us are starting to blossom, or many of you are starting to blossom, starting to become like the butterfly being transformed. The last week general guidance message, I talked about butterflies, and with butterflies comes transformation. And it's quite interesting today that we also got this almost the same kind of understanding about transformation and expression. Spirits and guides really want us to understand that many of us need to be able to express who they are and to bring out their full authentic self out to the open in a way that brings in harmony to the situation, not with a way of bringing confrontation to the situation. And I'm feeling like, especially if you combine the two together, if you combine harmony and expression together, this is exactly the message that we're getting, is we need to express ourselves in the most authentic way that we can express ourselves, but at the same time in a way that brings in harmony to your situation, especially harmony towards how you're expressing yourself. See, for us to really become our authentic selves, or like coming out in the open, to really say and see who we are, It doesn't have to be confrontational. It doesn't have to be aggressive, and it doesn't have to be, oh, I'm out there. You deal with it or whatever. It doesn't have to be like that. It's about bringing harmony to it. So always think of transforming and becoming who you are in a very in harmony and in a peaceful way of expressing yourself. Enhance the butterflies, the changes that we're having. And I'm being reminded of something else that I also understood from Spirit when I pulled in this card, is although it's a divine feminine card, but it actually represents the masculine. It definitely represents the masculine energies, that many of them are starting to reach that harmony and balance to understand their divine feminine side, or the feminine energy in them, which is the energy of compassion, of nurturing, of understanding people's situations, and not just the survival mode. So many of the divine feminine and masculine energies are starting to balance themselves in harmony with their feminine energies and with their feminine counterparts as well. So this is a really interesting change that we're getting this week. The last card that I got for this week is the card Awakening. I don't know if you can really see the card quite clearly, but with her, she is just looking up, and there's a lot of light up here, a lot of light, which really expresses the word awakening. Awakening means that either that you are spiritually awakening to who you are and what you represent, and what your mission is, who your true self, what your true self is all about, but also about someone who has been blinded or has been in a dark room or a dark phase of their life, and they're finally seeing the light. Seeing the light means that you're spiritually awakening to your own authentic self. So with this card, it's important that we understand that this is a general guidance, which means that this is generally happening all around us. Many are awakening right now, especially with the earth. Energetic fields are changing, and the shifts are happening either within the twin flame community or within just the world in general. There are many people awakening. Yes, there are negative and darker forces and energies trying to curb those positive changes, but the light will always win. At the end of the day, the light always wins. Light is represented by love, because love has so much power to change this world. So when you feel that you are awakening to a dark reality of the world around you, just understand that the only way you are gonna deal with it is through love. Loving yourself, loving your surrounding, loving people, loving who you are, and sending love out to the open. That's the only way we're gonna be able to face the darkness. It's not gonna be by aggression, it's not gonna be by violence, and it's not gonna be by negative and condescending and being critical. It's not going to be faced by that. The only way we can actually improve this world and change the vibration of this world is through love and awakening to love. Awakening to your full authentic self means that you're becoming more basic. You're getting back to the basics of your own soul, and that is love. This is how we are made, love. This week I also felt guided to pull a few cards from a different deck, and that is the Marine Virtues. I lost my cards today. It's a little windy, so I don't want them to fly away, so I kind of hit them really well, even from myself. I pulled 3 cards from Dream Virtues Angel Tarot cards. And I felt guided that I get those cards. Actually, pretty much those cards kind of jumped out of the deck when I was shuffling it. So I said, okay, that means something. And I'm not going to be talking very much specifically about tarot. There are much more people who are more experts in tarot and reading tarot. But what I can see is how I feel about things. So the first card that I got is the 9 of Air, So I'm just going to read it quite quickly. It says, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. Okay, so I felt with this card that that some of us have been procrastinating much. A lot of procrastinations, and feeling helpless, or feeling that they cannot make a decision. And this card has a number 9 on it, and 9 means completion. So we're being reminded by Spirit that we have completed a full cycle. And that cycle means that we need to remove all sources of negativity, all sources of talking negative to ourselves about the directions that we need to head on. Because we know, this card shows us that we know where we want to go. But and some of us are feeling a sense of procrastination, which means that they have fear from going forward with how intuitively they feel guided to go. So this card is a reminder from our guides that go for it. It's time to go for it. This cycle has ended, and it's time to stop your procrastination. There's no need for it. We're being guided to actually positively go forward with our intuitive guidance. So this is the 9 card, and some of us, of course, with the 9 card means that this is confirmation to tell you that this cycle has ended. So that with this card. Okay, so the next card that actually jumped out of the deck is the Justice card, which is a number 8 card. It's Archangel Raguel, and this is a number 8 from the Major Arcana cards. I'm gonna read it. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. So really, another confirmation from Spirit about going forward. About going forward because justice will be served. I feel very much guided to say that some of us have been treated unfairly. Some have been faced with negative behavior that has definitely affected them, not because of their own doing, but because of just negative forces at hand. And this card coming just tells you that this will be over. Justice will be done. So some may be going through legal battles. Maybe they're waiting for a specific decision to be made fairly towards them. And this card is a nice confirmation that justice will always be served. So always remember that. I really like this card. And it's a number 8 card, which means that, I don't know, I always feel with the number 8, it's about abundance. And 8 represents a lot of different things, but I'm feeling a lot more abundance coming with that number 8. So if you feel that you've been treated unfairly by someone in your life, then justice will be served. It always comes. Okay, so the last card that jumped out of the deck was a number 1 card. It's Archangel Raziel. And Archangel Raziel is he's like the magician. He helps us a lot with our mysteries, with our spiritual quests. I'm going to read it really quickly. You are ready. You have the resources or ability to manifest them. Life is magical. Okay, so this is a number 1 card, which means positive manifestations. It means positive directions, new beginnings. And I feel that this card really relates to the first card, which is the 9 card, that we have been procrastinating on a decision. And we have been procrastinating, and we've been having many sleepless nights about that decision because we're really afraid to go step forward with following our intuition. And this card comes in to tell us that it's again another confirmation from Spirit, from our guides, that this is the right direction to take, because this is going to bring you a new beginning, which is a new beginning that's going to be a fair and just outcome of the situation, and it's going to bring a lot of abundance. And I'm loving those cards. I think it's an amazing week. It's a very auspicious week, and we just need to understand that some good changes will happen when we actually act on our intuition. So just the 3 of them again next to each other, and I think that will tie into many of you. about what they feel, because this tells you don't procrastinate and go for it, whether you know your decision, whether to approach a situation or make a change, start on a new project. The second one tells you that justice will be served and you're going to bring in abundance to you. And this one is a confirmation from spirit that it's a positive direction, and it's a new beginning, and it's a positive manifestation of your heart's desires. So with this, I'm going to end the reading and just going to say something about the word abundance, because sometimes you feel abundance is just about financial gain, but abundance is much more than just finances. Finances is one of many, many ways that abundance can come into your life. And sometimes they interact with others, like abundance in love, abundance in health, abundance in blessings, abundance in friends and family and loved ones. So don't always look at abundance as a financial gain, but also abundance comes in many different packages, and you just have to understand them and realize each and every one of them and appreciate each and every one of them. So with this, I want to thank you for watching this video, and I wish you an abundant and auspicious week of July 17th, 2016. I'll talk to you soon.